In an economy of words, Jesus, who is the master teacher, teaches us so many lessons this morning. That's what Jesus' role was. He was a rabbi. He was a teacher. He didn't teach in a lecture hall or in a classroom. The style was that he wandered wherever he was, and his disciples, like little chicks after a mother hen, followed him, listening to his words, trying to comprehend his message. So here they are on a journey to Jerusalem, and Jesus has for them and for us significant lessons for our lives. The first, because they're going to go into a Samaritan village, he sends some ahead to prepare the way. James and John, in another place, they're called the sons of thunder. Of course, the Samaritans want nothing to do with him because he's on his way to Jerusalem. Recall in John's gospel when Jesus meets the woman at the well, she's a Samaritan, and she engages him in this discussion as to where we should worship, in Jerusalem or on the holy mountain where we worship. So they reject him, and of course James and John want to call down fire from heaven to destroy them. The first lesson Jesus teaches them and us is tolerance. Even if people don't agree with us, even if people are different from us, even if people reject us, we can't seek to destroy them or eliminate them. Secondly, then, Jesus teaches us these lessons on discipleship. Someone approaches him, perhaps man or woman, and says, "I will follow you wherever you go." And Jesus says there's going to be a price to following me, because foxes have dens, birds have nests, but I have nowhere to lay my head. In other words, you have to be ready to give things up if you're my follower. You can't have all of the security, all of the comforts that you perhaps are used to. And then Jesus extends that invitation to discipleship to someone else, and he says, "Follow me," but this one says, "Well, first let me go and bury my father." Now, Jesus isn't saying we shouldn't have anything to do with our families. We had a major funeral here yesterday, 500 people, remembering the life of a man who made a great difference in the lives of so many. So what does that mean? Well, if we do bury the dead, we have to learn the lessons of their life, and we have to let it make a difference for our lives and for our world, the values and the visions by which they lived. And then finally, this third one comes and he says, he invites him, "I will follow you, Lord, but first let me say farewell. Let me say farewell to my family at home." And Jesus says, "Don't look back. Don't look back when you're plowing." He takes a page from my driving instruction booklet, okay? You've heard what a good driver I am, huh? Sister Jeremy makes that known, huh? In other words, if you're going to pull out the driveway today onto Main Street, you can't be looking in your rear view mirror, huh? Otherwise you're going to crash, huh? It's the same way. We can't live simply looking into the past. We can't be fixated on yesterday, huh? What is the line in the song? "The man who reaches back to yesterday will never have tomorrow." So it is. We can't live. Jesus is telling us we can't live looking in the rearview mirror. We can't live with the would-haves and the could-haves and the should-haves, because each day is a new day that God gives us to live. Each day is a new opportunity. So in an economy of words, Jesus gives us profound lessons, not only to the people that were there on the way to Jerusalem, but for us who seek to be his followers today. For us who seek to be the ones who say, "Yes, Lord, we will be your disciples." So in other words, be tolerant. In other words, be able to let go. In other words, learn from others who have given us examples. And finally, look to the future. Let's stand and pray.